Welcome to Nerdities. Bitches.
No topic too absurd, no statement too asinine. Nerdy Jersey's finest. That's right, we are Nerdities, and I said it right this time. Holy shit, I don't know what was wrong with my brain before. I am Mike.
I am Justin.
I am Kyle.
Then.
So, that's all of us. How is everyone holding together?
No.
Not? Barely. I figured barely.
I'm a glue guy.
Oh, he's stuck together completely.
Yep.
Joe is holding on by his fingertips.
Yeah.
He's had a hell of a week.
Fingertips, not really.
And that's the problem with Starfleet. What Starfleet doesn't consider is midichlorians. It surrounds us. It binds us. It's everything.
The worst part of the fucking story they've ever come up with.
He's taking swings at everything, just hoping to connect. But you're poking Joe, and you shouldn't poke Joe. He's on a roll.
I will take my phaser and start blasting metachlorians.
Or will you? How will you do that when I have a lightsaber and I ricochet it all back in your face and you look like a fool, a spoiled fool? It'll ricochet one right off your little pee-pee. And that's how you win.
You know, I kind of wonder, would a lightsaber be able to ricochet a phaser blast? Because it's not like a blaster.
Yes.
Still
what
energy.
Kind of energy is it, Joe?
Still energy, right?
It's energy, but it's like, you know what? How like when they can attack like the Borg before the Borg adapts, so it could go on this like random.
Look at Vinny's eyes gloss over.
So
because I know what I'm going to say already. I would just use the force and crush the gun in your hand, blow up your hand.
I don't think the lightsaber is deflecting that phaser blast.
Yeah, we know you don't think that.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't. I think it absorbs it like force lightning. I like cutting these arguments off right away.
This is the most I got to talk about Star Trek since I've been allowed to talk about Star Trek.
Yeah, how it wouldn't stand a chance against the Force and it would freaking die.
Joe, all I want you to do now is rip on Vinny. If you can't, don't say anything. If you can't make Vinny feel bad, you have no role.
You can't make me feel bad.
There you go. He's saying you have no role.
Ask Megan. Can't make me feel bad.
You were so good at it last week. That's all I want to hear from you.
Oh, yeah?
I want to hear whatever you feel like saying, Joe.
Can't make you feel bad? At what time of the day did you end up calling your grandfather on his birthday?
At the perfect moment.
Sure.
I called him and I go, how do you feel? And he's like, old, tired, pain, like a jerk, dumb. And I was like, I asked how you felt, not how I feel. He got a good chuckle out of that.
Justin, I don't know if I'd go with that attack. What time did you call your grandfather on his birthday?
Oh, yeah. But I wasn't the one who was like, I can't feel bad about things. I feel bad about things all the time.
Touche.
You know what I'd like to hear? What time Kelly called him?
Even though I reminded her like 3 hours ago, right now probably.
Not even.
Yeah.
Didn't miss it.
To be fair, they leave for Europe tomorrow night.
I had a lot of stuff going on. I totally forgot. Even though I was reminded. I just couldn't. I need coffee.
That's
I
really...
commented on Facebook though.
Yeah.
I like to post about it.
Well, Star Trek sucks. What's on the menu today?
Whatever Justin's currently eating, I guess.
Strawberries.
What you eating, Justin? Shit.
Strawberries.
Yeah. When you guys said let's get the show started, I thought that meant we were starting the show, not we were watching Justin eat for 20 minutes.
Well, let's start the show, Kyle. I heard, things have happened. There's trailers, there's news, stuff going on, stuff in the world. Where would you like to start?
Those are all technical facts. Before we get into any of that stuff, though, we do have a very quick rest in peace.
Joe, because I slayed him already.
Don't poke the bear.
The bear's been poked. The bear's been ripping.
Don't provoke the Borg. They will assimilate you.
Boy,
Resistance is futile.
Don't fucking encourage him.
I'm gonna. I enjoyed last week, and I'm gonna perpetuate it as much as possible.
Good night, Uncle.
Good night, Emery.
That's a very smart outfit. Look at that.
yeah.
Okay. So the other day, I'm gonna throw a name out, and I'm betting. I know one of you knows it because we talked about it. Bye, Emmy. Bye. Dabney Coleman.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. When I say the name Dabney Coleman, Vinny, do you know who that is?
Daphne Coleman, is that the
with a B.
person that...
With a B. No.
Daphne Coleman.
with a D, A, and B.
Oh, Dab?
Dab. Yeah.
Dab on that fool?
Uh-huh.
Nah, who's that?
Smokey Coleman. Dabney Coleman was, he wasn't in a ton of stuff from the 90s on, but he was in a handful of very influential things from our childhoods. Maybe not yours. There's, like I bring up a lot, there is an age gap going on in this show. He was the asshole boss in 9 to 5, which is, even for us, is not. I mean, it's no Dances with Wolves, but it is a classic. Most importantly for us, though, he was the dad / imaginary friend in Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger was an excellent 80s movie starring Elliot from E.T.
He was also the douchebag producer in Muppets Take Manhattan. He was the one who got arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah. He played an asshole in almost everything he was in.
And his secretary was Beverly Crusher.
Oh, was she now? I'll have to go back and watch that.
Wait,
He did a pretty...
you can hear the 2 Star Wars fans that listen to this show applauding.
Star Trek?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Oh, he was in Yellowstone, too, for one ep.
Yeah, he was like the grandfather or something.
Oh, he was in Boardwalk Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Here he was. Oh, yeah.
So he was still acting up until the end. Obviously not doing as much work because he passed away at 92 years old.
Jeez.
There's always something very awkward with him, for me at least, because he always reminded me of our Uncle Bob. Right?
Clifford.
Not your father, Bob Higgins.
Or Uncle Doug.
No, not quite, because he had, like, in the face. And I know they're very similar, the two of them.
Right
but
now?
In the face.
Right now.
Uncle Doug now.
Right now,
Uncle
that
Doug
guy.
right now.
Uncle Doug,
looks
from
like
behind,
Uncle
he
Bob.
absolutely looks. He looks like Uncle Bob or my dad on Olestra. or Zempic, whatever it is.
Did you, not to sidetrack the show, but did you hear Doug and Ken go back and forth about who each other look like?
Quickly, I didn't hear the whole. Was it on Saturday?
Yeah, they just went, like they just named their other brothers. Right? So Ken started it, and he was like, "Oh, look, you look like Bob." And it was like, and Doug was like, "Oh, you look like Ron." And so Ken came back and was like, "You look like Jerry." And that was, that was like the final. That was like checkmate.
That was a full-on knife in the side.
Yeah.
It's the kind of family we live in. Saying you look like another family member is an insult.
Especially when it's certain family members. After you finish this moment of silence, I would like to go to the events of Saturday.
Okay. 92 years young, Dabney Coleman. You will definitely be missed. Very few like you. Okay, Saturday.
Saturday.
4th of July.
Saturday, we had Zach's 3rd birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Does this have to do with the thing you put in the group yesterday? Because I know you were you're popping off about that Sunday.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's all a constant.
It's all connected.
Anyway, 2 things. Those of you that attended did get to have a Wagyu burger slider that I made.
It's tremendous.
Yeah.
They were good.
They were gone. I didn't get any. Mike offered me one, and I was like, I'm good. Because I was on my way up to make a plate. And then by the time I got to the last 2 that were in there, they were not available.
That's what I was saying, man. There's like nothing left in there. Take it now.
But I'm glad everybody enjoyed. The second thing. So, a few months ago, my son, the oldest one, tells me that Joanne got Zach a battery-operated vehicle.
A giant fucking Power Wheel.
Denny, is that you? Why did you just send me $40 for the birthday?
Because I came over like a piece of shit and didn't get your son a gift.
Oh, okay.
So I sent you Venmo now.
All right.
So you can buy your boy something that he might like.
I'll let him know.
Instead of some shit I pick up at the convenience store.
You convenience store birthday gift?
I mean, whatever store's conveniently my location, I would say.
It's not so bad. They do have gift cards there now, so you could get something nice.
Well, and that's the thing, too. I get $6 activation fee, suck me. I'll just give you $40.
True. So, James tells me this. I was like, huh. I was like, they're getting it or she already got it? And it was she already got it. Okay.
I want to know how he was the one who found out about it, but that's a story for another day, I guess.
No, she told him that day. He went over there to play with Gavin for a while, and I picked him back up for dinner. He's like, "Hey, just so you know."
Total heads up.
Well, I appreciate it. So I knew, and I told Ashley, and Ashley and I were both like, "Whatever. He's not gonna like it." Saturday morning, Mike came down early. Big help. Everybody who helped, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mike, myself, and Ashley ran to the liquor store while my dad watched the kids real quick. And we're in the car. And I say, hon, it's going to be great when she brings this thing over and he absolutely wants nothing to do with it.
Not just doesn't jump around for joy, isn't really happy with it, wants nothing to do with it.
And she agreed. She knew.
Mm-hmm.
And it played out exactly like I said it was going to. But instead of just taking the child's reaction of being upset with it and running away from it and not wanting to be anywhere near it, she kept pushing to try to get him in it. And he kept screaming, and Ashley felt very awkward, and then I started to get irritated. So thankfully, my mother-in-law's boyfriend stood up and helped me get the car out of the living room. And then in the garage, I go, if she would have fucking asked us. Just talked about it. We could.
Do you think he says stuff like this to her? Do you think he warns her?
So he goes, yeah, I know. So, okay. Then I come to find out that Ashley and Amanda were talking about it, I guess, before Amanda left on Saturday. And Amanda goes, I told her not to do it.
That's the thing. You can't tell her what to do. You can never tell her what to do. You can't even give advice.
See,
advice goes out in one ear, out the other.
Because
telling her what to do pushes her towards something.
Because no one tells her no.
Yeah.
Except one person.
Baby Zach.
Enrico Palazzo.
Yes. But that's why me and her don't have a good relationship anymore, because I'm constantly telling her no. Our pool needs repair. It either needs a complete new liner or a patch somewhere, right? So we tell this to Amanda when she moved back in. She's like, okay. And like an idiot, she brought it up on Saturday. So that starts a thing with Joanne on Saturday at the party. And then she brings it up yesterday. And I'm like, yeah, well, do you want, the mortgage payment? Or do you want me to fix the pool that you can't use anyway?
I'm not sure why she'd be too concerned about it.
So she leaves, messaged me a few minutes later. She's like, I found this guy's name. He used to do the pool before. Okay, I'll get to it. 5 minutes later, text me again. Don't use him. He quoted me $1,000. Quoted you $1,000 for what? We don't even know what the fuck's wrong with it. So I was like, listen, do me a solid. I need you to leave this alone, and I'll fucking handle it when I get time. Because right before that, she goes, Chris says we can YouTube it, and we can just get a bunch of people to do it. And I was like, I don't know enough people that are going to want to come do this anytime soon. Just fuck off and let me handle it.
Who's Chris?
Chris is her man.
I see. Like
Her
he didn't say
long-suffering
boyfriend.
Her long-suffering boyfriend.
Yeah. Her man. Well,
So
you're gonna fix your pool? You're gonna go shirtless in denim shorts and fix your pool?
I'm not going to fix my fucking pool. I don't know how to fix the pool.
It tells her she wants you to.
No, she wants to, for some reason, just she's got that issue where she can't just like let things happen at a natural pace. It's the moment something's in her head, it's got to get done. But like that's not how the real world works, right? I work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5:30. More than likely, it's not getting handled anytime during the week. And on the weekend, I usually have a bunch of other shit to do. And when I get a chance to call anybody, their businesses aren't, on the same wavelength of my schedule. So,
You couple that with the fact that it's not the most important thing, right?
not at all.
But it'd be nice to have a pool? Yeah. But when it comes down to it, maintaining a pool is more of a headache than it is fun most of the
It's
time.
not only that. It's May 21st. It's not anywhere near warm enough to even be worried about the pool being open.
Did you think about YouTubing it?
Shut the fuck up, Glizzy.
What?
Shut up.
It's a good idea. They got
You know what?
DIY YouTube videos.
Joe is right about you.
Well, to be fair,
Yeah.
if you're trying to maximize your summer, you got like 3 weeks to fix it.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Thank you, Kyle.
But also, it's not like that's the only pool.
Yeah.
There's other pools you could use while
Yeah.
you're waiting to fix that one.
It's very true. My sister lives 10 minutes up the street, and they have a bigger pool than mine.
Tell her to get a sprinkler.
I have sprinklers.
That's what I'm saying. Tell her to use that if she's so worried about the pool. It's just as it might be funner.
That's just the thing. I don't know why she's worried about it.
It's like I've always said, slip and slides are way more fun than pools.
Yo, I have the
if for no
perfect-
other reason, there's no way a shark is going to pop up in a slip and slide.
Well, that's not
What
true.
was that? Crocodile Mile?
Crocodile
Remember
Mile.
that thing?
There was a shark one, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that just proved me wrong.
Yep.
Can I get consensus on you guys for a second? Peeing in pools, yes or no?
No.
No.
Well, you shouldn't. That's all I'm going to
Depends
say.
how drunk you are.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I agree with Mike. They say you shouldn't.
You definitely should.
Okay, hold on. Size of the pool, though.
Doesit's matter.
Does absolutely
It
matter.
matters.
Absolutely
Size of
matters.
Justin's pool.
If it's
That's
the
the
size
answer.
of my pool, no. If it's if it's a larger pool, it's debatable.
My answer for Justin's pool is the same. It depends how drunk you are.
Well, do you guys swim in the ocean?
Barely.
Fish fuck in there, so the same rules don't apply.
Yeah.
There's fish semen, fish poo, fish piss.
Yeah.
I mean, afterbirth.
Yeah.
All the natural
Human
shit.
I never thought about that one.
Human shit.
Afterbirth?
Yeah.
Bro, you swim in it, it gets in your mouth.
Well, not to outsmart you or anything, but the salinity
Yeah, right.
of the water does kill off a large chunk of any bacterial issues.
Oh, yeah, what does the chlorine do?
It's a smaller body of water, though.
Smaller body of water. My pee's a small puddle.
Well, do you, like, are you going to go stick your face into your fucking toilet after you take a piss?
Well, it depends. Am I post-apocalyptic? Am I training? Do I have the common belief that my piss contains the vitamins my body rejected, and the second go-around, I will then absorb them?
Also, do you have a 10,000 flushes in the tank?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Because that's a lot like putting chlorine in the pool.
Yeah, it's fair.
All I know is you just don't do it in one spot. You don't let it all go in one spot. You walk around. You do a
Yeah.
lap around the pool so that it breaks it down quicker.
Exactly.
Right? It's just science.
Yeah. You kind of like someone starts swimming up to you, like touch you, and you start swimming away. Like, don't do that.
Don't follow me. Don't follow me.
Well, it's warm here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's a nice day out, isn't it?
When you're in the bigger
It's a hot
pools, they have
spot.
that stuff. If you pee in it, it'll change color.
It's a
It's a
myth.
myth.
Yeah.
It's totally a myth. I've never seen that anywhere.
Never.
I don't think it's a myth, though.
I think
Everyone-
it's
I'm
expensive.
googling this.
Everyone who's ever told me they have it in their pool doesn't have it in their pool. Trust me.
Dude, I've tested it.
I bet it's way too expensive.
Yeah,
And also, it wouldn't work. Isn't sweat chemically the same as urine?
probably.
So if you sweat and jump into a pool, you would have just blue or red shit floating all
It's
around
true.
you.
It is a myth.
That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe-
It's a myth.
It is a myth.
I was going to say maybe it's activated by temperature.
It
Dude, we
is a myth.
solve problems and bust myths on this show.
Yeah, like Dances with Wolves is a good movie.
Bro, the guest has spoken. I mean, consensus be damned.
I'm sorry for extending that show. I just couldn't let the last topic be Dances with Wolves.
It's fun.
Actually, well, Justin, have you worked out your voodoo dolls yet?
No,
Yeah.
soon.
The voodoo dolls?
Let's go back to the topic at hand.
But when we were during the interview, I looked up what St. Louis pizza is. Remember when we used to get the thin crust Domino's?
Yeah,
That's St. Louis style pizza.
that's good stuff. I like a nice crackery
yeah.
crust.
Yeah,
That's
crackery
alright, it's
crust
not bad.
cut in squares.
Definitely better than Chicago style.
I
like
enjoy
Chicago.
style.
Pizza soup?
I fuck with Chicago.
Not better
style.
than New Haven style, I'll tell you that much.
It all depends on how it's made. If you're like if you put sausage on top of it, you put it on raw and you cook it with the pie. You get a
That makes
good
up for the
hearty
fact that there's a
sauce.
3-inch layer of sauce.
There's not. When it's done right, and the layers build like it's reverse pizza, like reverse style we do. So it's supposed to be the crust, the layer of sausage, veggies, sliced cheese, not shredded, and then the sauce is a little bit more than what we put on Jersey style or East Coast style, but it's not really that much.
No, they just use a thicker sauce.
Yeah, chunkier.
Yeah,
Like bolognese.
No meat chunks, just like a chunkier, like a pomodoro, if you will.
yes,
Nothing about this is selling me.
It's good.
yeah.
What you're describing is not what I thought I had in Chicago style pizza when I was in Chicago.
Where did you get your Chicago style?
Maybe I just had a deep dish pizza while in Chicago, and it wasn't actually Chicago style.
Where'd you go?
I don't know the name of the pizza place.
What the fuck, man?
I just went to... How the fuck am I going to remember the name of a pizza place I went to like 4 years ago?
Why would you not?
Longer ago than that.
You go to Pizza Uno.
5 or 6 years ago.
Fuck Pizza Uno.
I know.
That's the fucking Pizza Hut of Chicago deep dish.
Last time at Chicago Deep Dish, we made our own.
Yeah, we did.
I don't love this sauce on top concept. I'm not into it.
Why? Never had a slice you never had a slice on the boardwalk of Maruka's? They do the sauce swirl on the top.
No, I probably avoided it because I don't like that.
Oh,
What's the difference?
Oh, the swirl's so good.
Because you bite into the cheese first. I like experiencing the cheese first.
You're fucking weird, man.
Oh, I want one of those pizzas now. It's
Right?
so good.
Yeah.
That kind of is like almost like arguing. Like I like a quesadilla, but I would never like a burrito, even though it's all the same shit in it, just in a different order.
Well, not really, because a quesadilla doesn't have rice in it. It's like
All right,
arguing.
fuck you.
It's like
You know what I
arguing. It's arguing a quesadilla and a taco.
Fine.
Actually, Kyle, it's like arguing a chimichanga and an enchilada. See what I did there? Pretentious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you nailed it.
That was for Joe, by the way.
Was it just the inflection that was pretentious, or was it the whole statement?
The whole statement.
All right.
Anywho's.
We should probably get into the show.
Yeah. Just fix your pool, dude. Go ahead.
Listen to your mother-in-law. Happy wife means happy life.
All right.
Yeah, drive up in that car. Fix your pool.
Now a GoFundMe. Set up for fixing my pool.
Let's see what.
Why don't you just watch YouTube?
Why don't you just
Telling
eat
you,
my
dude.
asshole?
DIYs.
You
And
just
it sounds like that dude Chris wants to help.
No, he doesn't. See, that's what she does to him. My man works hard all week, and then when the weekend comes, he doesn't want to do anything extra. And every time he turns around, and I've witnessed it, she's like, "Oh, you're gonna help, blah 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 blah," and he's like, he shoots her daggers like, "Bitch, I just worked all fucking week."
Oh no.
me about this. Oh, you didn't.
Right. Mike,
Make him pull
I
for me.
think, has also seen it. And then I'm
Well-
like, you don't got to worry about it, bro. I got you. Us unfortunate men to this fucking family, me, Chris, and Deonde, we all got to stick together.
That's a hilarious notion.
We really do, though. You should
You can,
hear,
expand,
you-
you can expand on that for the rest of this show if you want, because I don't think that means what you think it means.
you should hear Deonde and I when we get together about the horse shit and how the dog gets treated better than both Deonde and I.
That actually sounds like me and Morgan's boyfriend Matt talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a bond between the three of us for dealing with the women in this family. And then my father-in-law, man, must have been a fucking saint.
It does kind of say something that I've only met him like 4 times. He keeps his distance, and he's smart about it.
He is my favorite individual in this whole family. Besides my wife, of course. But like,
You don't have to. She can't hear you. If she doesn't hear the last shit you just said, you didn't have to say that just for her.
No, he said that in front of her. I know he said this shit in front of her.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've said a million
my
times,
wife.
I love her dad. Fucking love her father. And I've asked him before. I'm just like, how'd you do it? And he chuckles.
How'd you get away? How'd you get out of this?
How'd you manage? How'd you get rid of that one? Like, the rest of them are fine, but that one. I don't blame you, is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I admire you.
He's got to have one phrase or something that just works. You know? Like your mother-in-law says something and you just insert the line.
Oh, no. I got told the reason, and it's completely understandable.
Mm.
I don't understand how it started. That's how I often feel about many relationships when I've seen them deep into it. Like, how did you two ever
Because
start
they're
dating?
so fucking opposite, right?
Yeah. Oh.
It's
like
her dad's a gamer. And, like, just a nice, quiet, chill dude. Fuck, I love her dad. Man. It's fucking great people.
Okay, let's get into the show proper.
Yeah, anyway.
I got two pizza casting.
Yeah.
Ella Purnell, who, if you watch the Fallout series, you will know her as the main... Lucy, that's right. Lucy McLean. I should have remembered it because the whole Goosey gimmick was fucking hilarious. It says here, you're Goosey. She's going to be in a killer squirrel movie called The Scurry.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that's about. I got weird feelings it's going to be kind of like Slaughterhouse. I hope better.
Slaughterhouse wasn't terrible.
Slaughterhouse wasn't good.
As someone who's watched Zombieverse, I think Slaughterhouse comes across as, like, The Shining.
Well, we can keep digging the trench all day long. I could be like, Zombieverse wasn't that bad. As someone who's seen Birdemic, I think Zombieverse wasn't that bad.
Whoa, what?
What happened?
Fucking breaking news from Vinny.
Okay, I got it.
Me?
Yeah.
What, me?
Kobayashi.
Shit.
Retiring. Needs to repair his gut and his brain.
Yeah, I expected something more mind-blowing. That is pretty interesting. I actually know his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the glizzy brains. He's got to figure it out.
All right, cut him off right now. Cut him
I feel
off
like Joey
right fucking
Chestnut's
now.
backing out of this shit or something.
That guy will die at a hot dog eating contest. He probably will.
He still holds the record for bunless hot dogs in 10 minutes. 110.
It's fucking terrible. All right.
You know what I see happening to get this like a hot dog like on the map, hot dog eating contest? There's going to be some TikTokers going to enter it, and he's going to try to fist fight Joey Chestnut, and Joey Chestnut's going to win.
Dude,
That's what I see happening.
37 buffalo wings in 30 minutes.
I almost just said, what the fuck are you talking about, Joe? I thought you said boneless hot dogs. But then I noticed, no, you said bunless.
Yeah. God, these are, like, I'm looking at his world records that he holds.
Next season on Nerd ETs, bone-in hot dogs.
Make that shit work.
159 tacos in 10 minutes. That's insane.
He was worried about dying. He didn't want to have a Kobayashi Maru.
Yeah.
You appreciate that. Joe appreciates
good.
that.
That
That's
was
right.
good.
Keep the Star Trek going. Yeah. I knew you wouldn't appreciate it, but you'd get it.
I don't get it. Anyway, Justin, you were saying?
Killer Squirrel movie. Sounds
Killer
fun.
Squirrel movie. The Scurry. The only other casting I have is Natasha Lyeone, who we all may remember from the American Pie movies as the redhead with the voice of a 70-year-old. Is joining the MCU.
I like her as an actress.
She's good.
Yeah, she's always likable.
She had that
Russian doll.
Russian doll, yeah.
Yeah. And she's doing all those Old Navy commercials now that she's gotten her life in order. She had a lot of addiction problems for a while.
She had that show that popped off on Peacock, too.
Yeah, she's got one right after Russian Doll ended, she jumped into another one. I don't remember the name of it, but she's doing very well for herself. She's joining the MCU. They say she's premiering in FF, so she's going to have a long-term character.
Ooh.
Whoever that may be. I can't even begin to speculate what kind of character would carry over into multiple movies.
What's her face?
I saw it was rumored she was going to be Ben Grimm's love interest.
You think she's going to be Alicia Masters?
Yeah.
That's the name.
That was what I was
wouldn't be
looking for.
crazy. I could see her pulling it off. It's not her stereotypical type of character, but I could definitely see her doing it.
No, but I like it.
Yeah, it works.
And the two of them as a couple? Ugh.
You it would be a very different take on Alicia Masters because she's pretty reserved most of the time. In a lot of ways, she's just like Sue. You've been reading the most recent issues. They play off of each other well. They have that girl power thing going on, and they've used her in ways where she's been very integral to solving problems because she's smart. But if that's true, I'm thinking Malkovich might be Toy Maker or Puppet Master. What was it? Puppet Master. The guy who makes statues that you can control people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be very interesting. I think that's a good pick for him. That or Mole Man.
How can be fucking Mole Man?
It's just an odd pick for Mole Man. That's why I think they'll do it. Those are the castings I have.
That's it. That's all I had to.
All right, good. Trailers. Reunion looks like it might be almost kind of funny.
Yeah.
I mean, Clue?
Yeah. Modern day Clue.
It's a nice cast.
The Deep plays the victim, although you don't get a guy like that and kill him off in the first act. Something tells me he's not actually dead.
Yeah.
That'd be a great swerve. The other dude who is the athlete, who's the football player, is the guy who was the prince in Aladdin.
Yeah.
He's popped up in a lot of stuff. He's very funny when they give him the proper stuff to work with. Who's some of the other... Oh, that's Lil Rel's in it.
Yeah.
I enjoy Lil Rel when it's the right thing. Wasn't exactly great in Uncle Drew, but it's really, really good in Free Guy.
Get Out.
I like him in Free Guy.
Yeah.
Get Out.
Get Out.
Yeah, he brought Get Out together. This is weird. Where is it? I typed in the Reunion and it's not even in like the 5 things. There it is. Yeah, there we go. Okay, not a huge group of well-known names. Oh, Jillian Bell, that's right.
Yeah.
From Workaholics. She's always hilarious.
And 22 Jump Street.
Yeah. And so, yeah, pretty tight cast, actually. It's only showing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cast members.
Okay.
I like those tight ensembles. Not much to focus on. Should be pretty fun. And then they dropped another trailer, the second trailer, right, for Wicked, because they had one before this. That was just kind of a mood trailer.
Right.
Yeah, that was just an actual like teaser trailer. This was the full.
We give everything away trailer.
Not everything.
I pretty much got the whole story arc out of that thing.
Yeah.
Listen, most people know the story anyway that are going to go fucking spend all the monies to see this.
Well, most people know how it goes in the other movie, but like I had no clue
talking
the point
about
of this
that
thing was.
The Broadway show.
Oh, but like,
around for
sure,
decades.
they're trying to get money from them, but they're also trying to get money from people like me, right, who haven't seen it. So to completely drop most of the story arc in there.
What's the rating on it?
I believe it's the PG-13s.
Ugh.
Well,
I smell a crossover coming in the future, though. No?
With what?
don't.
It's obvious.
I kind of have to.
Fast and Furious.
Okay.
Vin Diesel enters on the yellow brick road,
See what you fucking did.
and he's like, I heard there's an evil wizard here who doesn't appreciate his family.
See,
Heals out. Runs over some munchkins.
So the point I was trying to make is, they lay out the fact that the good witch and the bad witch don't get along in the beginning, straight up become friends, and I don't know if they're doing that kind of friendship. Man, I wouldn't call them scissor sisters.
they're not.
And then bring up like that Goldblum's wizard has no actual powers. Like, fucking, of course we knew that in The Wizard of Oz, but like they gave away the whole story.
They didn't though.
Gave away enough of it.
Not even close.
I mean, I'm interested to see how they pace the first like half hour of the movie, because in the play there's only like one major swerve that happens in the back end of the play. Like most, like the thing that happens that's the driving force of the whole story happens at the very beginning of the play, and then most of the rest of the play is flashbacks.
Oh, that's the structure of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I would maybe not most of the rest of the half the play, but like, yeah, stuff happens at the beginning. Like in like the opening song almost.
Yeah.
I think it might actually be the opening song, and then from there it goes to flashbacks that carry through past intermission into probably, I would say, like 2/3 of the way through the play, and then it comes back to current time.
Yeah, PG-13.
Yeah. There's no real reason for them to go into anything more than that, right? Was there some edgy stuff in the play?
I mean, it's not necessarily edgy. There's things that happen that didn't play out in the trailer that you'll see in the movie.
Okay, that's where I knew her from. She was the Blue Fairy.
Mm-hmm. She got a set of pipes.
Yeah. So they picked well. They got her and
Ariana.
what's her face? Yeah, Grande. Oh, maybe I would obviously never the target audience for this.
No.
But I can't stand that about trailers. You don't need to give that much away, especially with something like this. It's got built-in name recognition.
But I'm telling you, they didn't give that much away.
I would love if it to be appropriate to show Emery.
I think
because we've listened to the soundtrack a lot, and she has said that she wants to see the play, but she's still too young to take into the city to see it.
I think she'd be fine to watch it. There is probably a few of the scarier scenes, though, that might.
No. Would you show her the original? Would you show her The Wizard of Oz? Or you think that's
She's seen it already.
Okay. Now,
she loves it.
Would you say they're comparable? Because there's some freaky shit that happens in that. There's some stuff that could test a kid's mettle.
No.
So, even her first time watching it, she was not really bothered by the flying monkeys. The thing that scared her the most was when the trees come to life.
That's a freaky ass scene.
Scares me still.
Well, it's supposed to come out in November, so it won't be on home video until about early 2025.
Probably like
5 years old or so, on the border of 5. She should be able to see it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's right, Michelle Yeoh's in it. She's fucking everywhere. Okay. So then reviews now. Now's when we do reviews.
I got some reviews.
I think there's going to be the bulk of the show today.
What?
You know what?
What?
I don't know.
I'd say, Joe, you and I could talk about Doctor Who because we both watched the episode.
Yes, we did.
Get that taken care of. Simple title, boom.
Mm-hmm.
The Doctor spends 90% of this episode standing on a landmine.
Yeah. Return of Moffat.
This was a Moffat episode?
This was Moffat.
You can kind of tell. It's the whole timing of it was interesting because I've been watching a lot of stuff on that atheist channel I was talking about, and this is the one. It's been a while since they've gone into the morality of war.
Yeah.
And this one specifically plays off of war plus religiosity and commercialism equals evil.
Yeah. I like the fact that they brought back the ordained army.
Is that the same group from the what do you call it?
With the Weeping Angels?
Yeah, the Weeping Angels episode.
Yes.
That is the same group. I wasn't sure if it was the exact same group or if it was a similar notion.
The Mundy, her character, she will be in season 2 as a companion.
Yeah, she's the one that was in Andor, right?
Yes.
Okay. Wasn't sure if she was going to be recurring. It's like, as the episode's starting, it would make sense for her to be the one that finds some kind of redemption, but they could also just kill her off instantly. So yeah, it makes sense that she will come back eventually.
Oh.
Yeah, Justin's now silently showing off his purchase, which is basically something he bought from us. The Nerdities Dungeons and Dragons t-shirt, which is available
Wait,
at
let me pull that up again.
TeePublic/Nerdities.
So,
That one looks really good. He bought a lot of them. They came in this weekend, and most of them look really strong. I'm very happy with the Oga's Cantina one.
Boom! Look at that!
Yeah.
Look at that!
Gonna have to buy that. There was one.
They are fucking nice.
They feel good.
These are the nicest textured shirts we've had in any of the companies. Soft. Real nice. The only thing that was a problem is there was one shirt I got where the printing wasn't the best.
Is that the first one you pulled out? I don't remember which one
Yeah,
that
it
was.
was the Full of Fests.
Yeah, all the black areas on it looked really sketchy.
Yeah.
They're having the same effect that this one I'm wearing, the Jurassic Nerd one.
It doesn't look terrible, but like compared to the printing on all the other shirts, it wasn't the greatest.
No.
The rest
you can tell it's going to be a problem in the future. That's where it's going to start to fade quickest.
Yeah, that one, yeah. The other ones, fine. We washed them all. I put them through the wash test. They were washed that I just held up. And you can't, they were nice.
That's important.
Yeah.
So, to wrap up that Doctor Who episode, the creepiest thing they pulled out in the whole deal is the remains of the people after they're killed.
the cylinder?
Yeah, it's a cylinder that's a compacted version of the person. They're just condensed into this cylinder, and then their personality is stored artificial intelligence style on it. So,
the swerve. There was a swerve in it.
Oh, there's a great swerve. What, the ending swerve?
Yeah, the ending swerve.
Because the whole time, it's a slow burn of how he's going to get out of this situation. How's he going to try and maintain it for a hot second? And then things keep building up and building up. And when that one thing happens to Ruby, you're like, how do they get themselves out of this? He's got to maintain his chill, and then she gets injured. And that's one of those things whenever a companion gets fucked up, his chill automatically disappears.
Yeah.
So how do you maintain that? But they did a great swerve. The villain of the episode is commercialism.
Yes.
It's very much a think piece on war, and it's not wrong.
And the doctor did say he loves his fish fingers and custard.
Yeah, they brought that one back, which, I don't know. This version of him hasn't tried something else? Because that was a specific thing about the Matt Smith one. He was trying to figure out what this body liked, and the new body still like fish fingers and custard.
Yes, he still likes it. I don't know if Capaldi would like it. I don't see him pulling a fish fingers and custard.
Yeah, I don't see him being down with that. I'll get a couple of quick reviews in. I watched The Iron Claw.
I haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah.
We wanted to watch it last night, but everything's been such a fucking shit show here.
Now, some elements were overly dramatized and flat out omitted. They completely got rid of one of the brothers.
Yeah.
The director said, and it does make sense, there was just so much tragedy in this family's life that you would come out of the movie just feeling depressed if they laid... And it was repetitive tragedy, too. There was a lot of suicides.
Well, they say the family was cursed.
Yeah, curse. But I feel like it's one of those, one bad thing happens and it starts to snowball because that bad thing starts affecting people, affecting their mentality. So, cursed or, one bad thing begets the next. Who knows?
It's like the male wrestling version of the Virgin Suicides.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only problem I have with it is it takes place over so much time and they don't drop any dates on the screen. It would be nice if they just did the November 1985. Just real quick, but it just you spend a lot of time when scenes are set up all right, when is this? How far is this? Okay, this one's got kids now. He's at this point in his career, and this is what the TV looks like, and this is who else is wrestling at that period. So it must be the mid 80s, must be the early 70s or something or whatever. that would have made it flow a little better, but it didn't ruin the movie.
What'd you think of Flair?
That guy did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I didn't like him.
He had the energy of Flair down pretty good, but the fact that he didn't try and do a Flair impersonation, it kind of took me out. I've heard Flair so many times, I know his voice. Did you pause it? Or you?
No.
Okay. So yeah, it was kind of not off-putting, but they gave him enough time that you're like, oh man, maybe you should have tried to get that little lisp in there.
Yeah, his last line in the movie he was in, when he was like, they're in like the locker room, he's like, oh shit, we're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm like, alright, that's Flair.
They were straight up honest who Flair was.
Yeah.
And still is. I was kind of annoyed that MJF didn't have a bigger role. He's one of the big names in AEW. He was their biggest heel for a while. He was their champion for a little bit of time. He didn't have it for long. But he is literally in one scene doing in-ring work, and they didn't let him talk. I think that's what
really?
Realized. Yeah.
Yeah, they cut all his... I think he only had like 3 or 4 short scenes.
MJF?
Yeah, all it was him doing in-ring work for one segment. So it's like, oh shit, there he is. All right, what are they gonna have him do? They're gonna have him go home. Like they're gonna have him cash a check.
I think he got an executive producer nod on there though, didn't he?
Really? So did he help them? Did he help train them?
I'm gonna assume.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Chavo did some too.
If so, kudos to them, because they all look pretty damn strong. They all actually look like wrestlers. Efron looked kind of weird at points. Did you notice that in the beginning when he meets the chick who eventually becomes his wife, his one eye is like wonky.
Yeah.
He's like, his left eye doesn't open for like the entire scene. And I'm not sure if like maybe he had pink eye or some shit, or like they're playing it off like he just got done in a match, so maybe he was a little busted up. I'm like, holy shit, does he have like a?
I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he was concussed or something, because she was laying it on pretty thick, and he's like, yeah.
On there. Hi. Okay. I'm hitting on you. Do you not think I'm hot?
Yeah, it reminded me of Blank Man and that hot chick. It's like, oh, you like him, huh?
Yeah, all around pretty solid movie, though. I binged an entire series that's only got one season on Amazon Prime, Truth Seekers. Simon Pegg, Nick Frost. It's from 2020. I'm pretty sure it's Nick Frost's baby, because his name on the writing credits is first before everyone else. It's fucking super fun. I'm really annoyed it didn't get more. It's ghost themed, but it's not like... It's a little bit more serious than Shaun of the Dead was, which is hard to say, because Shaun of the Dead got serious at moments. But it has a very, very similar feel, and the plot is laid out throughout the, 10 episodes, where it doesn't spoon-feed you, but you start to see shit coming pretty... Not obviously, but oh, you bastards. I was questioning one thing about one character the entire time, why haven't they done one specific thing? They look exactly the same. Why aren't they doing this? And by the end, you're like, oh, it's fucking obvious now. And it was pretty beautifully written, and they're classic kind of funny. And also, Malcolm McDowell's in it. So, yeah. He's worth the price of admission.
I enjoy Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah. He plays the father of Nick Frost's character, and they have a nice back and forth.
He did a Christmas Ghost Stories podcast 2 or 3 years ago, where he's the narrator of it. I could listen to that man fucking talk for hours, and I did.
Yeah.
He killed Captain Kirk.
He did.
Well,
dropped a bridge on
that guy.
Yeah.
Love him. Love him.
And last thing is, last thing I have. Does anyone else have anything before the big one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get those out of the way.
We played D&D this weekend. That's not so much a review, kind of reviewish. This campaign has been fun.
Yeah.
And, it's a homebrew, so I'm taking extreme liberties with things. But But you guys fought the most challenging monster to date at the end of this thing.
Fought.
You took on a dragon lich. And, like, you got your asses handed to you. Now, as I've been doing through these last couple of chapters of the campaign, I've given you trinkets to help you. And Kyle did use one, and it helped. Ending the battle. But Kyle texted me the next day. Like, this was after you left. And he goes, I didn't realize, or he goes, I figured out why we had such a bitch of a time with the Dragon Lich. So I respond with a question mark, and he goes, I didn't realize how big of a challenge rating gap it was. Mind Flayer and Night Hag are 7s. Dragon Lich is a 17. It's more than double the difficulty of anything else we fought. I was like, that's correct. I said, you're about to fight a Demogorgon. And he goes, we definitely wouldn't have survived, less than 1% chance. And I go, well, not true. If you all paid attention to your inventory, then you'd see you had the tools to take it down. Also, James is a friggin' invincible cloak, which negates electric attacks.
But only on him, right?
Yeah, but he wouldn't have died. And
Okay.
he's one of your... besides you, him, and Kelly are your strongest spellcasters. He would have done damage.
No, because you had 2 more. You didn't even void my attack a second time. By the time everybody was dead, you only canceled it once.
Yeah, but I can only use the natural, the whatever the fuck it was. 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, three times.
Yeah.
Which is one more time than you really need to, given the fact that all of its attacks, the first attack was so broad spectrum that it took out the vast majority of
That
them.
was the one
Then
that one I could only use once.
I thought you said you had to wait 5 turns for that.
Well, yeah, but 5 turns. You guys would have hopefully.
Exactly. If we survived 5 turns, you could whip that out again and destroy all of us.
But the point is, yeah, we are 3 strongest spellcasters, but you could roll to negate any of our attacks, and if you failed,
Magic. I negate your magic.
still, but still canceled out 3 on top of rolling to cancel out any of the magic attacks.
Right. So I said, I stress, all caps, learn your inventory as a group. Like, I can't stress that enough, that you all need to learn the inventory. You have 2 sets of elemental-based things that aren't spells. I couldn't have negated the attacks.
There's 2 big problems with that battle, with the whole adventure to begin with. Almost the entire group is still learning.
Right.
And we have a lot of shit to go through. A lot of shit to look at.
Well, you guys got cocky. The thing is, you all got OP real quick for the things you were fighting. And you all like, here we go.
OP.
Kyle's like, I'm just going to cast fucking Thunderbolt again. And James is like, and I'm going to do whatever ground. And the monster's almost completely dead. And, one of the rest of you comes along and, like, smashes its fucking head in. So you needed a wake-up call. So
That's what that was.
So you got one. I'm right here off screen.
He calls it a wake-up call. I call it a complete evisceration.
You didn't all die.
Well, I think, given the way that I laid it out,
Also, let's not
jumping
forget.
from 7, no, time out. Jumping from 7 to 17, I think, I don't know, an 11 or a 12 would have been just as good of a wake-up call, but actually given us a chance to kill the fucking thing.
No, because Demogorgon's like a 20, isn't he?
I don't know, you said 19, I don't know.
Not trying. And the thing is, too, Kelly has a totem that could have just pulled you guys out of the goddamn fight to begin with.
Listen, man. I don't know every single thing that everybody has.
Exactly why.
All I'm saying is, if the argument is we could have used a tool to get us out of the battle, then that's not It's not the right argument.
I'm not saying that it is, but instead of, it could have been like Rutrow, live to fight another day.
Which is what I said. It's like almost immediately. When you said, oh, you could roll to cancel out all magic, and then you get 3 on top of that. I was like, okay, so what's its XP? Or what's its HP? Yeah, let's fucking roll out.
But that's the
of
thing.
The situation right now.
You fought things with higher HP. Its HP wasn't high. It's just...
Yeah, but but the point is, we fought things with higher HP, but we were more likely to hit on an attack.
I don't want to come back down. I'll just try to take them off.
And most of them weren't able to completely negate shit instantly.
Yeah, I mean, skills-wise, it was the baddest motherfucker you fought yet.
So what you did was took a bunch of kids who were still learning Pop Warner football in their first year and dropped them into a fucking college football game.
Stop. Didn't one of you fight a vampire?
What?
Haven't you fought a vampire?
Valak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, his challenge level's up there. You fought the horn.
You're missing the point.
The Horn Devil is an 11.
You're missing the point. Wait, we fought a Horn Devil?
Yeah. You fought the fucking Archmage, didn't you?
I don't think so. I thought it was a Night Hag.
Oh,
I
didn't use the Archmage.
How many of these monsters have a 12 dice roll and the ability to block attacks? Like completely negate attacks.
The key thing here is
the fucking Valak was a 13. Valak was a 13.
Oh yeah, and your rationale of you guys are in a courtyard. Courtyards are 5 feet wide.
Well, I
was so
fucking angry.
In this fucking town. Hey,
I was so fucking angry.
It was the town.
Anyway, ways are even 5 feet wide.
Oh, you guys were lucky you didn't fight that fucking dragon turtle on that second fucking night then. So the dragon turtle is also a 17.
Oh, I know. I looked that shit up as soon as I got home that night.
Then that one has really high hit points though. The dragon turtle is a 341 HP.
Most importantly, though, how is this a review?
Oh, anyway, I was just saying, like, I was very happy how you guys handled it.
Good thing one of us was.
Really? Really? Because I put my head through the fucking wall when I got home.
Just an FYI, Demogorgon is a challenge level of 26.
This is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. Is the challenge level supposed to correlate to the individual character levels?
No.
In any way?
It's supposed to correlate to how difficult the fucking thing is to fight.
Right.
So yeah, if our most successful fight, as Justin said, was against something that was a challenge rating of an 11, and we're going against what'd you say, a 26?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, fuck you.
Alright, so moral of the story is we gotta go seek out some more fights to get some XP.
Gonna have to grind. You gotta grind
I
a
just
little
woke
bit.
up, so I gotta run upstairs real quick.
Okay.
Actually, kind of perfect timing, so we can do this.
I got other reviews.
I got one too.
All right.
Joe, what do you got?
I watched the on the Disney Plus Queen Rocks Montreal. It's from the 1981 tour of Queen. I've never seen like a full concert of them. Freddie Mercury is probably the greatest frontman of all time, like ever.
Without a doubt.
Late breaking news.
Well, yeah, no, well, I've never seen like you've only seen like clips of them in concert. You never like really see like the full concert, and
You might
that
not
must have been a show, like a crazy like experience seeing them live. Yeah. But yeah, it was really good.
I appreciate you, Joe.
It was just really, really, really good.
No, I'm not
Love
making
your
fun of
Christmas,
you.
Joe.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
I wasn't picking on you. I finished 3 Body Problem, so now I can watch Fallout.
Oh, yeah.
Telling you guys. Mike, I know you don't have Netflix,
Yep, not going to happen anytime soon.
but maybe you should watch it when you're over here at night instead of MST3K.
No, because I have to fall asleep to something. So,
Oh, you
do you
won't
want to
fall asleep to
the
that.
show?
No, you won't fall asleep to it.
So then that's the problem.
Yeah,
At 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, I have to fall asleep.
True.
That's pretty much the only time.
it finished strong. Good series. Man, I wish one of you was watching it though. That and The Bear, but solid. Solid acting choices, solid story. Enjoy it. Thank you very much. Joe and I,
Yes, we did.
we watched a movie that Mike has seen. Unfortunately, Mike went to the movie theater to see it.
Oh, this review, that's right. I spent folding money on this.
Yeah, you paid like money.
I'm sorry that you did.
It's a damn shame that I'm such a Marvel zombie that sometimes, like, Morbius was not happening. I was not going to fucking see that.
don't fucking understand you.
Well, it looked like shit. The trailers for this looked like they had potential.
Those
Looked
costumes are terrible.
Looked like, yeah,
They were
you see
all
those costumes,
so
like,
bad.
oh shit, they're gonna do the fucking comic costumes. They showed in the trailer that they're doing the Spider-Woman comic costume. But what you saw in the trailer was everything you saw in the fucking movie.
Yep, it was literally like 5 seconds of the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
was them posing in these costumes.
we watched Madam Web.
Oh, shitstorm.
Oh, or also known as Spider People of the Amazon.
Yeah,
That's a Roger Corman title, if there ever was one.
yeah. This was bad.
This was a movie.
Now, all of the shit that everyone gave it, and specifically myself, accurate, right?
Oh.
The editing in the beginning is just all over the place. Them jumping around on the trees is fucking unwatchable. The plot makes no sense.
I couldn't help but think when you said they kept every decision they made. You're like, why would you do that? I felt that the entire movie.
Everyone, not just the young girls being fucking stupid. Their lives are in danger, and they're just being fucking morons the entire time.
I tried. I tried to justin this, right? I always like to find the one thing. There's always like one thing that I can find to be like, you know what? It wasn't so bad because like this, right? So Morbius. I think Morbius is a fine take of a different type of vampire movie. Sans a Spider-Man, right? Because that doesn't even fucking play into it. Okay? And like Venom is a fun alien suit story.
It's a buddy cop movie where the buddy and cops are the same person.
Yeah. Right. It's like Inner Space, but with goo.
Yeah. That's a very apt comparison.
Thank you.
Inner goo.
Inner goo. This fucking thing, though, is really them going, alright, so if we don't keep pumping out spider-related content, we're going to lose the rights to Spider-Man. And, like, Spider-Verse gives us a lot of money, and, like, the split we take on all the Marvel Spider movies, we also get a lot of money. So let's just make something. Oh, we can't use Spider-Man, but let's use Spider-Woman. And then they have to go to
one Spider-Woman.
Well, then they have to go to themselves. Well, we can't use that Spider-Woman because we don't have the rights to that one. That one can't be used. But we can use the one that has the similar costume but is a different named character. Oh, okay. You know what? We can do this other one and this other one. And you're like, oh, 3 spider female characters. That's cool. I've enjoyed those characters in the comics. This could be something. And they're like, but the whole story is about Madam Web. And you're like,
who?
Huh? Why?
Who's that? Who's that now?
The old woman that shows up in the 90s cartoon and would later show up in the comic. And you're just like, oh, she just kind of talks about the Web of Destiny thing. And you're like, okay. And then you're like, because her mom was obsessed with spiders. Oh. Okay.
That swerve was the only redeeming thing in there. Because you start the movie, you're like, why the fuck is this 13-month pregnant woman in the Amazon?
Yes! Why? Why are you there?
But then they have that swerve at the end where you're like, oh, okay, she's worried about her daughter. She needs to find this fucking spider to help save her daughter from dying at birth or whatever the fuck could possibly be wrong with this kid. I don't even remember what the problem was.
A neurodegenerative ocular thing.
You're like, okay, valid reason.
Sure, that makes sense.
Doesn't allow the movie.
But you know what could have been better if they just stuck with that as a story and didn't make any of the rest of this attached to everything that it's attached to.
You mean like when Ben's just like, oh, I'm dating somebody. Oh, who is it? Oh, it's that serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mention May, or what's your baby's name? Let's guess. Oh, is it?
Let's dance around this for 90 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Then, oh fuck, you have a villain who is maybe Spider-Man. He sure as shit has the same tailor.
He's Wish Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He is totally.
You got Spider-Man on
Spider-Man.
TV, yeah.
Yeah. And what the fuck? Then you have Sydney Sweeney, who, God bless her, in this movie. Because they're like, well, she's a lot older than the character we need her to play. And she's been bearing those titties in a lot of things. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put an oversized shirt to cover up the huge knocker she has. And instead, put her in a fucking schoolgirl outfit.
Mm-hmm. We need to highlight some part of her anatomy, because that's what we're selling here. But we don't want to be cliche. Like, I watched the movie, I'm like, all right, yeah, they're all very lovely young women, cool. And then after it, people are going batshit crazy about her tits. I'm like, really? She's got large breasts? And then started seeing pictures of her outside the movie, like, oh yeah, very voluptuous. Yeah, sure. Didn't notice that in the movie at all.
She has done a ton of fucking nude scenes.
Yeah?
Tons.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
Euphoria.
Have to look into that right now.
Tons.
This movie was so bad for like a Spider-Man-esque Marvel movie that there wasn't a mid or after credit scene. That's how bad the movie was.
Yeah, because they just needed to pump this out. They were just like,
that's it.
As long as we keep doing, here comes Kraven the Hunter, motherfuckers.
Oh.
Zack Snyder's Justice League or Madam Web, what's better?
I watched Justice League over Madam Web. That movie was...
No, because at least Madam Web was quick.
Madam Web shorter.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say, without even seeing it.
It was bad. It was just bad. Like, you weren't kidding. Like, I hate watched that movie. Like, that's the only way to watch it, is you know this movie is going to suck.
Yeah. Kind of like Black Adam. I remember Megan was going out that night, and I think in like the first 15 minutes, she's like getting ready to leave, but she's like, is this a real movie or is this like a fan thing? I'm like, it's real. Sorry.
It has that same, why are they doing this energy?
Yeah.
They went into it with a concept, and someone said, I can make this awesome. I could take this bare thread of an idea and weave a quilt out of it. To just stitch something together that, trust me, you're going to enjoy. And then they finished the script, and it committed so much money to it, they're just like, can you fix this on the day? Maybe. Good enough. Cut the check.
Well, what's funny about that versus Black Adam, Black Adam was like 10 years in the making. The Rock was promised that role like when he first broke out in Hollywood. I thought, at least that's what I thought. They were in talks for a long time. They had a lot of planning for that, and like the storyline seems very equivalent to Black Adam.
Like, I don't think that what really also I did not like about Madam Web, I don't think Dakota Johnson's a good actress.
I've seen her do good work. This was not it.
This was awful.
Yeah. She was completely disconnected at pretty much every point.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well, imagine the table read. They're like, what? Why is Spider-Man's not in it, but Spider-Man's in it?
yeah.
And like, no, his name's not Spider-Man. His name is
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel.
That's the biggest fucking tragedy of the whole thing, too. Ezekiel's an interesting character.
That's the biggest tragedy.
Fuck you, Ezekiel.
Because Ezekiel was created to kind of shore up elements of Peter's origin that, not that they didn't make sense, but like to give other options, to give other perspectives on what Spider-Man is and where he fits into the grand scheme of things. And he's not necessarily a good guy, but he's not the self-preservational douchebag that he is in that movie.
Yes. Well, what do Rotten Tomatoes give it?
Not good.
Really?
Which beyond like uber rotten. Like,
Okay.
Is it going to get a Razzie?
He's going to get all the Razzies.
Well, should get all of them.
this should get Razzies.
Yeah, Razzie it up.
Oh, it was just not good. That's the
It's
only.
got
It
a
was just
3.9 on IMDb.
Pretty high.
that's higher than I gave it. I gave it a 1.
I wouldn't be that mean to it. I've seen far worse fucking movies.
It was bad though.
For the budget it had,
Yeah.
it should have had more to it.
Well, what
I know
do
money
you
doesn't make it
fucking
all.
want when Dakota Johnson's your lead? You know what I'm saying? She's not a good actress.
That's what I just said. I literally just said that. I don't think she's a good actress.
Well, you could have cut out all the other spider chicks, cut out Ezekiel, and kind of made more of a darker toned how she became Madam Web to some degree. Not just, all right, girls, put on your spandex. We're going to hit
But
this
No,
shit.
No, they don't.
That doesn't happen.
No,
They don't hit. They don't?
No,
that's
them
literally.
in their
Every
suits.
sequence you see in the trailer that has them in those spider costumes
Huh?
is flash forwards or flash. Yeah, they're all flash forwards
Yeah.
of potential universes.
They're like daydreams. That's it.
Yeah.
Of Ezekiel's.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
They last for 5 fucking seconds.
Yeah.
They actually might be longer in the trailer than in the fucking actual movie.
I think you're right.
Well, maybe not, because there's like an action sequence that they kind of replay a few times where they kick the shit out of them and kill them. So it's used a few times, but it's not the movie. It's barely an element of the movie.
Uh-huh.
It's fucking insulting that they sold the movie based on
Yeah,
it.
and even in the end, they
Yeah.
still don't end up in the fucking costumes.
No.
And they don't explain how they would get their powers.
No.
It's just like, maybe one day you'll get your powers, and I'm seeing the future, you're going to get them, and we're going to fight crime together because I'm your mommy now. And
let's eat Chinese food.
yeah. And all three of them have such horrendous backstories that, well, I guess we live with you now. My daddy's
Yeah.
rich and doesn't care about me. My daddy's got a new family and doesn't care about me.
Both my
I don't
parents are
have a daddy.
dead.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's into the daddy issues, the
Mhm.
Spider-Man story.
Daddyverse.
Yeah.
11% on the tomato meter, 57% audience score, which just proves to me
Bots.
more ammo that the fucking Philistines have no taste.
Bots.
Well,
All right, well, that's Madam Web.
Ugh, awful.
Let's talk about something good. So let's have a good taste in the mouth.
Cleanse that palate.
Yeah.
You're gonna go for it, right?
Yes,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
do this.
Okay. I'm just gonna run down the stuff I have written because there's more than a lot. There's a hell of a lot.
Spoiler alert. Warning. Spoiler alert.
Whole fucking episode.
Yep.
Season finale of X-Men 97. We got an awesome Phoenix moment,
Oh, yeah.
Yo, fuck shit up.
Yeah, she did.
and then it went away, which is kind of like, all right, this fucker might pop up again. You never know.
But it kind of, I feel like it's done that in the comics.
It does. It like pops into her life every once in a while when she really needs it.
Yeah.
So it's very
really hot.
Yeah, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Cable straight up loses his arm. Mr. Sinister gets aged, and then they mock the fuck out of him by Morph. Oh, that was a sweet moment.
That was good.
Yo, she's just like ripping fucking DNA out.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of Deus Ex Machina moment, but you don't care. He deserved every inch of it.
Yeah, all of it.
You fuck with my son, I'm going to ruin you.
Yeah. I'm not going to kill you either.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you like this.
Yeah.
Cameos. Daredevil. Black Panther. Cap. Iron Man. Doctor Strange. Cloak. Dagger. Omega Red. Crimson Dynamo. Darkstar. Psylocke. The entirety of Alpha Flight. Peter, MJ, and Flash Thompson. We get the blue area of the moon. Kind of annoyed that Peter was just watching a fucking TV at the time.
I mean, it's fine.
You should be like helping with the crowd.
There are rumors that Spider-Man is going to be that Spider-Man's going to return somehow.
I think better. We already got a shot of him once.
Twice.
3 times a lady.
True.
Rogue goes straight up ham on Bastion.
Yo.
Whoops the shit out of him.
She did not fuck around.
No.
They did another Marvel vs. Capcom moment where Cyclops does the arm cross thing and then power
Fucking
blasts
unloads.
the fuck out of him.
Yeah. Yo, it was... I don't know how big of a pop it got out of you guys, but when Jubilee finally got to show off what, like, kind of power she's got and melted that prick's face, I was like, yes.
Was it in there? I don't know if I read it in that or in a comic recently where they're like, we're going to have to reevaluate Jubilee's power levels. Because, yeah, she's a lot more bad. She doesn't just shoot fireworks.
Yeah.
She's a lot like Dazzler. When she wants to crank those bastards up, she can do real damage.
They didn't pull any punches with this episode.
No, they didn't. It was like 44 minutes. They had a lot of time to play with, too. Beast and Forge make a Sentinel mech. They come this close to having Bastion join the team. Magneto comes back and just...
Dude.
Yeah.
Yo.
That part, Magneto Charles thing was heavy.
Yeah.
In his head?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was deep.
Can we talk about the sheer joy Aurora has when Jean pops out of the fucking water as the Phoenix?
Mm.
And she does that fucking chuckle, like, oh, you're fucked now.
Yeah. That was a beautiful moment.
Yes.
But was it this episode, or was it the episode before where it was make them mind your weather and make them weather your mind? Was
it's
that
the episode before.
Okay, that's still a great line.
The stuff they've done with the two of them and the whole sisterhood has been great. But that fucking moment, I was like, this might be my favorite thing from the whole fucking show so far.
Yeah. It was equivalent to when Thor shows up and Banner pops his head out of the Hulkbuster. He's like, you're so screwed now. The Magneto protocols. Did anyone else see all the little Easter eggs in there?
Oh, the names?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His aliases are Ian M. and Michael F.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking theatrical references in there.
So
the
good.
attention to detail. The only other stuff I have is all the post-credit scenes.
Yo, and it being T'Chaka who was up on the screen. I was like, okay.
I like that because people like the trolls are battling, saying, "Oh, they did Chadwick wrong." It's like, but it's not him. It's not T'Challa.
Wouldn't it be him anyway? Because it's the fucking 90s.
Yeah.
What's with these geeks' problem in having someone else play Black Panther, anyways?
Anything to complain about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're also complaining when Morph turned into
Jean
to kind of calm Logan because they're like pulling a Toy Story 3 and like ready to die.
That was an admittance.
Yeah.
DeMeo came out and he was like, no, that was Morph confessing his love to Logan.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah.
They didn't really spend much time on his personality in the original run. It was all about his trauma after.
Because he's not fucking around. They kill him in the first fucking episode. He comes back, what, like 2 fucking seasons later?
But yeah, when he comes back, it's not about, hey, how you doing? Like, hey, what are you into? It's like, hey, how fractured is your psyche?
Yeah.
Will you ever go back to being somewhat normal?
I think they've done a fucking amazing job. This in this story with him. Them, however.
It's them, which makes sense for someone who can change their physicality. Yeah, they're the definition of androgyny. So yeah.
Oh, wait, who did Morph turn into? Who else did he turn into?
He turned into Hulk.
He turned into Reed.
Yes, that was it. It was Reed.
Turned into Sauron for a second, or Sauron. That's the only thing I kind of rub up against with Morph. They had him turn into Quicksilver, and he had the speed abilities. Was that always supposed to be his thing, where he can mimic people's genetic capabilities?
I always thought he could copy abilities.
They didn't really get into it, because that would make him pretty much an Omega level mutant.
Unless the abilities thing is a result of the experimentation that Sinister did on him.
Yeah, I'd buy that. Like, he was, at first he can just change, and then Sinister tweaks something in him where, no, if you, like, shake someone's hand or some shit, you can copy what they can do.
He turned into Psylocke, too, and kind of had her powers.
Did he?
I thought when he was fighting, he turned into Psylocke for a second.
I mean, they shot the Psylocke, and she was with Alpha Flight.
Yeah,
that was it.
It's a weird combo. Like, it's great that she's a part of it, but, like, what would she have to do with a Canadian super team? Not that I'm, complaining that she's around.
And then you get the aftermath.
Yeah. Oh. So, like, in their moment of triumph, they just get pulled away out of nowhere, and some of them get dumped in the future, and some of them get dumped in the past. Now, the past stuff is cool, because a handful of them have to now interact with a young Ensabanur, a.k.a. Apocalypse. They already know enough about him to be like, oh shit, do we help create him, or can we change the future? But then another handful of them get dropped into the future, and it's the important handful. They're recreating the Cyclops and Jean Grey story, where they got to actually raise Cable.
Yeah.
But now they're going to do it with a handful of other characters.
And present day.
Yeah. In the ashes of Genosha, present day Apocalypse shows up for a hot second, and while holding one of Gambit's cards, says so much death. They're bringing him back. We all knew he was coming back. You can't keep a good Cajun down, but they're going to bring him back as a fucking horseman.
It's all right. He's coming back.
Yeah. And it's going to be tormentous, and he's going to have to go through a whole shitload to become the Remy we knew.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it's going to be great.
So good.
Yes. X-Men 97.
Fucking
bravo.
Forge sitting there with a fucking wall of mutants.
With a Days of Future Past poster up?
Yeah. And in walks Bishop. And he's just like, fuck you.
Bro, where have you been all season?
Yeah.
Pick the fine fucking time to come back to this part of the timeline.
Bishop's like, yeah, don't worry about it.
Plenty of mutants out there that we can put in harm's way. Yeah. Now we have to wait again. Fuck's sake.
In that mix of Alpha Flight, was that Monet in there too?
I don't think so. I think that's North Star's sister.
Okay.
Yeah. Whose name I don't remember. I do not have that much background with Alpha Flight. So yeah. Good week for viewing things. Let's jump directly into news. I only have 2 bits of news. One of them relates to what we were talking about earlier with Sony not knowing how to stop fucking up Spider-Man properties. They're making a good decision here. Silk, the Spider Society, will not be happening on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Something tells me Madam Web had something to do with that.
Because that's kind of another one. how are you doing that story without Peter?
Well, you can do it kind of without Peter, but you can't do it without Ezekiel, and they've already shit that bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's directly responsible for her survival.
Yeah.
And how do you do Silk without touching on the Inheritors?
Right. Right.
And how do you use the Inheritors without touching on Spider-Man? Like,
do you know how fucking angry I'd be if they wasted the Inheritors on that fucking show?
yeah. But cooler heads prevailed, and they're just not going to do it, apparently. Or for the time being, and they'll sell it somewhere else, because money trumps all. The only other story I have, and this one is pretty cool, I might end up picking this series up. A few months back, Greg Capullo, penciler, who you might know as the guy who drew the Court of Owls storyline for Batman, worked on Spawn for close to 100 issues.
Yeah.
Like he was the hands of Spawn for quite some time because Todd McFarlane was too fucking slow. He is coming back to Marvel, where he started. He came back to Marvel to do covers. He did a handful of covers. I'm like, oh, that's really all they're going to have him do? No, he started on Quasar, went over to X-Force for a little while. McFarlane saw how good he was, snatched him up, put him on Spawn, really got some great work out of him, and then just steamrolled from there. He's going to be doing a Wolverine miniseries with Jonathan Hickman.
No shit.
It's going to be titled Wolverine Revenge, where he's going to be fighting some of his biggest adversaries. So yeah, Sabretooth, Omega Red, Deadpool, probably Lady Deathstrike in there, and they're calling it, let me get the specific quotes up because it's a fairly recent drop. So it's right at the bottom of Hickman was equally excited about the partnership, saying, "It's a privilege to get to work with a legend like Greg. To do a high-octane, no-holds-barred story that is a proper celebration of both the Marvel character and Greg returning to Marvel." Capullo states, "I finally returned home to Marvel and I'm ready to raise some hell. And who better to do it with than Hitman Hickman? Marvel has removed the fences and let us off our leash so that we can bring the most vicious and punishing Wolverine possible to fans this summer.
Oh.
Hope they're prepared."
Fuck. Do you know how good that's going to look?
It's going to be polybagged. I haven't done that in a while, with Red Band editions, and the Red Band covers are going to be slightly more graphic. The example they show is Wolverine in the jaws of what looks like a T-Rex. The regular version doesn't look that, bloody or anything. And they have another one where the T-Rex is all scratched up and Wolverine's all, beat to piss.
Yeah.
So that's just an example of what they have going on here. Yeah. In line for the 50th anniversary of the character, they pulled out an excellent partnership. Can't wait to see what these guys do. They don't have an issue count on it from what I can see.
Yeah, those are going to be pretty.
August 21st, 2024. So we'll be in Florida when that drops.
Yeah.
I'll have to have them pull that for me.
3 months from now.
Yeah. TikTok.
All right.
That's all the news I've got.
I got some news. Let's do the news. I've got...
That water thing again?
Yeah.
I hear it.
Toonami is coming back to daytime. Yeah. Every Friday starting May 31st, Toonami's coming back for Toonami Rewind. It's a 2-hour block featuring Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z Kai, and Naruto. From 5...
A little bit of old, a little bit of new?
Yeah, from 5 to 7. So, that's pretty cool.
I guess you can't even call Naruto new. It was new in comparison. It wasn't
It's like
part of
25
Toonami.
fucking years old now.
Really? Naruto's that old?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought that was in the 20-teens that dropped. But then again, what the fuck do I know?
The anime came out in the mid 2000s.
Wow, 02. So yeah, 20 years old.
Yeah, 20 years. Yeah. We got a look. We got a look at the new Assassin's Creed game, and then the internet was really, really mad about it.
No, people got pissed about something online?
Yeah, and then I saw one of my favorite articles ever posted, and the headline is, "Let's not pretend we're mad the new Assassin's Creed Shadow Samurai isn't Asian." Like, calm your tits, people. It's based on a historical figure. Yasuke was an African American samurai.
Oh, is that a fact?
That's a thing. That is a true historical, not even character. Like, it's a person.
It's an interesting poll. I mean, I can understand why people would be a little bit annoyed. Like, it's the first Assassin's Creed game. You don't make it about an Asian guy. But, like, if they're pulling from history, which the leads generally aren't historical figures in those games, so that's an odd choice.
Yeah.
But that's also kind of interesting. I wouldn't exactly fault them for it.
Yeah. There's also a second character, and it's a female Asian character. But, like, I think this is a good move. It's like you just reacted. You didn't know about him.
And let's think about the way the market is right now. There is a glut of samurai stories. Rise of the Ronin just came out. Ghost of Tsushima, very popular. Still have Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, is still really strong a decade later.
Right.
If you just throw another samurai out there that looks like everyone else, it's just going to bleed into the last one you saw. Do something different and pull it from history. Why not?
It's because people are just want shit to fucking complain about. Three Body Problem is returning for season 2. Yay me. Amazon has confirmed a new live-action Tomb Raider series. Because they just can't seem to get that fucking film series off the ground, even though that newest one was pretty good. Lionsgate has confirmed a new John Wick spin-off film for Donnie Yen's Kane.
I was just thinking the other day whether or not they're going to do that.
Yep, they sure are.
I wonder if they're going to keep him blind or try and do some kind of John Wicky technology thing where he gets his sight back. Because he wasn't 100% happy about playing another blind character after Rogue One. So maybe taking that element out might be a demand of his. But then again, it was so interesting to see him do creative shit.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have any eyesight? Yeah. Why do you get rid of that? But yeah, fucking hey, baby. They're not going to do another John Wick, and I really hope they don't. Let the man lie.
They already said they're working on a 5. They
sure
said that the weekend that fourth one dropped.
Are we sure that isn't just we're working on something John Wick related?
No. It was Stahelski was like, yeah, we're making the 5th one.
Oh man, it'll be so annoying when it's like, no, he wasn't actually dead. He's hiding somewhere, and someone kills his parakeet.
I don't think he was dead. I think he was in rough shape, but I don't think he was dead.
He was fucking hurting.
Bob Iger confirmed that all future Disney Parks projects are going to be IP based. It's kind of fucking lame, if you ask me.
All future? That's a pretty blanket statement.
Yep.
Well, we know beyond Big Thunder is... You got the Casitas.
It's all IP. All of it's going to be IP. Nothing's going to be park original. It's all going to be based off the movies and all that shit.
Does that mean we could actually be getting the Mary Poppins attraction in England?
More than likely.
I hope so, because that looked really cool.
Yeah. If there's any section of the World Showcase that could use something, it's them in Canada.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And I Know What You Did Last Summer sequel is releasing in July 2025. And Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. are returning.
Is this one I Really Know What You Did 30 years ago that summer?
Yeah. I know what you did multiple decades ago.
Yeah.
I love Jennifer Love Hewitt.
You, Jennifer, love her?
Uh-huh. One of top teenage crushes growing up. For sure.
Yes.
She had voluptuous chesticles.
I'm not gonna lie, Can't Hardly Wait was a great movie.
Great fucking movie.
Yes, it was.
Great. Still fucking holds up.
Yeah.
Isn't
And her
this
as the unattainable, beautiful girl that no one really understands and thinks is just vapid. Yeah, she did great.
Yeah.
Isn't this the fourth I Know What You Did Last Summer?
I don't fucking know.
They did a show.
That was it. I consider that the
Tried
third.
watching that.
That bad, right?
I was like, it's too modern. I'm too old.
You don't think the same thing can be said about this sequel, though? You don't think it's going to go down that same unfortunate road?
No. So the problem is they use young kids and young language. This is the people I grew up watching in this movie. That's fine. I can't do when they talk like Vin and they're glizzy and rizzy and all that cap shit. But if you're going to give me Freddie Prinze Jr. who's like, oh, my fucking back hurts. I can't run from this killer. It's like, yeah, I fucking relate, bro. I know how you feel.
Was it going to be the son of the fisherman or something like that? Or like the grandson of the fisherman?
Maybe it's a fucking TikToker. Who cares?
You know what? Someone bought the fisherman's boat because it was broken down. They're pissed off at these kids.
Yeah.
See, you ran over that guy 30 years ago. So now it's 2024.
Now it's time
I'm
to go,
going to get my
bitch.
revenge.
I bought the car you ran over him with.
They found...
Here's the twist. Ryan Phillippe and Sarah Shipman, they're not dead. They're the killers.
Yo, don't joke.
That would be a twist. What's a twist?
What a twist. Marvel has found a writer for the X-Men reboot movie.
I saw this article. Had they confirmed it?
Yeah.
It's okay.
I don't know what else the person has done. Little Drummer Girl, Macbeth.
Michael Leslie?
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's attached to that fucking Hunger Games prequel.
And Assassin's Creed.
He knows Fassbender. So, I don't know. Hopefully that works out for them. They go through writers a lot in Marvel, though, so maybe they'll find someone better.
You probably just give you first draft.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And the last bit of news I have before food news, baby, is
miss out.
We now have the price for the Cockflix Apple TV streaming bundle. Drum roll, please.
I hear nothing.
$15.
$15, huh?
$15.
$15.
So that's Peacock.
Cockflix and Apple TV.
I didn't think it was Netflix. I thought they were saying...
Nope. I'm looking at the article right now.
Which version of Netflix? Because there's like 4 of them.
Yeah, I guarantee it's just standard definition.
Yeah, because if you want 4K, it's like $23 a month.
This is going to be standard def with a commercial every other minute.
Hang on.
Yeah, but I do gotta hand it one thing to Apple. Their picture and sound quality is on point with all their stuff.
Well, they do own like half of the technology out there, so they better be able to pump some high quality vision through.
Their 4K is really nice.
They're like a $3 trillion company.
Oh, what, Apple?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course it's nice, Joe. It's Apple. Just because they don't have fucking quantity doesn't mean the quality is not there.
Their show quantity is really awful.
It's fucking terrible.
I've watched 2 things on it, and I just got it because Charlie Brown Christmas was on it.
Yeah, 3 things if you count. 3 things if you count the Peanuts shit is what we watch in this house.
Oh yeah, yeah. The old school Fraggle Rock.
Yeah.
You had Monarch, which was awesome.
I mean, I hear Severance is pretty good. It's not exactly driving people to it, but
Okay, here you go. So, in order to get it, you have to be an Xfinity Internet customer or a TV customer.
Okay.
It includes a subscription to Netflix Standard with ads, Peacock Premium, and Apple TV Plus.
Meh.
So many caveats, so much needs to be done beforehand that
Because if you have the gigabit plan for your internet,
yeah,
you have Peacock Plus for free.
No, I know. That's how I have it.
Yeah, me too. And I find myself watching old Saturday Night Lives.
If I bundle those three together for $15, I'm saving a fuck ton of money. Apple's $10, and then Netflix. The Netflix I have is $18.
So would you scale back? Because that's standard.
Well, right, but you could go up. You can upgrade. So even if it's like $25, I'm still gonna save a couple bucks. And I just look at it as I'm still not paying for Peacock. So
your status on Peacock hasn't changed. You're now getting Apple Plus, which, if that's a good thing for you, if the bonus is something you like anyway, then yeah, sure. But if you're not worried about it, you're now just paying more for Netflix.
Or if you break it down to 3 streamers for $20, like that's a good deal.
Like, I don't know, the Disney one's worth it, but what sucks with all these is I pay for the year.
Do you have Hulu?
Yeah.
Do you have ad free?
No, but I got some deal where I paid $2.99 a month for Hulu.
Okay. So recently we started getting a notification on the TV that the payment wasn't going through, and I was like, this is odd. So last week when the show was over, I went to pay it on the TV because it's all connected to my Roku. So I go onto my Roku menu and I'm like, okay, pay. Can't process. Weird. So I go on to Hulu Direct, right? I log in. Won't let me pay. I can't get on Hulu. So I tried to watch Hulu stuff on Disney, and it's like, get the bundle. But when I was trying to pay on the Hulu website, it also was like, get the bundle. I think they stopped individual fucking Hulu. I think whenever your billing cycle's up, it's going to stop it. Yeah.
I got to find out when this promotion ends.
So I'm like, the fuck? Because I watch a couple shows on there. I mean, they're on Disney Plus now. So I'm just like, whatever. Can we just bundle the fucking thing already? Like,
I wish they could just bundle things for the year. I want no ads. Give me the year freaking payment where I save the money.
Yeah, I can't. I know I end up paying more by paying it monthly, but it gives me the option to be like, all right, I'm out.
Well, Disney Plus, I know I'm going to keep.
Well, yes, sure.
Yeah. Hulu, we watch Next Level Chef. I watch Only Murders.
Only Murders is one of the few reasons that we had Hulu. Plus, for the longest time before we got Crunchyroll, it was my go-to anime place. Like they have fucking everything, but they've started to lose a lot of the anime titles. So Crunchyroll.
I do gotta hand it to them. Hulu though, they are bringing back like a lot of like those like '90s comedy movies, like Hot Shots and like Robin Hood Men in Tights is on there. Wayne's World.
All right, food news. There's another exclusive Oreo pack dropping. Oreo.
And are you awake over there?
Yeah, he's been like that for like 10, 15 minutes. Star Wars Oreos.
Star Warriors?
Star Warriors. Dark side or light side? You open up your pack to find out which one you are. Is it red cream or blue cream? And every Oreo has a character on one side. And there's like...
It's Star Wars, not Star Trek, right?
Star Wars. And there's like 20 fucking character faces on these cookies.
But it's basic. It's the base flavor.
Of course, it's just colored. But it's Star Wars.
And the package is going to be really small and it's going to be extremely expensive.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna get like 3 of them.
Yeah. Now,
And back to the too much stuff.
Yeah.
I loved it.
they announced this year's monster cereal, the combo cereal, the Monsters Frightful Friends, with all new marshmallows. That's right, kids. Your favorite monster cereal mascots have pets, like Carmella Creeper's snake, or Boo Berry's squirrel, or is it a fucking cat? Oh, it's cat. Don't ask me why. Frankenstein has a fucking bat. Count Chocula. Hold on, motherfucker. Count Chocula's got a spider.
But Count Chocula, the marshmallows are bats.
Well, this Benny the Bat hangs out with Frankenstein. Scratch the snake hangs out with Carmella Creeper. Igor the spider hangs out with Chocula. And I can't make out the name of the fucking cat squirrel. But yeah.
Where's Boo Berry?
That's Boo Berry's got the cat squirrel.
Wasn't there another one? Was there a mummy?
Yummy Mummy? We haven't seen Yummy Mummy in a long time. Or Fruit Brute.
That was it. I'm just gonna stick to my Count Chocula. And just, yeah, that's it. You know, my diabetes in a cereal box.
The Carmella Creeper wasn't bad.
All they did was change the shapes of these things, right?
Those are marshmallow shapes.
Okay.
The cereal shapes are all the same for your regular mascot characters.
They're all the
Further
ghosts.
reinforcing that ideas are done.
Sure.
No new ones.
Joe,
Yeah,
I know you're a fan of a good taqueria.
of course.
Well, you'll be happy to know that Yarritos, the Mexican soda,
Of them.
is putting out ice pops. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, hamaca?
A piña, tamarindo, and mandarina.
Ooh.
Hi, Chihuahua.
That sounds delicious.
So good. They're going to be so good.
I haven't had Doritos in a long time, and I
Yo,
want one.
and it's looking like there's going to be bits of real fruit up in these motherfuckers, too.
Ooh. I might have to... where can I purchase said?
Walmart. Come on.
I will have to get them from the Mart of Wall.
Burger King, if anybody still cares about them, they're launching a new menu. Actually, it launched a couple days ago. They have a new Philly Melt Burger, which is essentially a fucking double Whopper with sauteed peppers and onions and some kind of sauce on it, on sourdough bread. A chicken version of that as well with ranch and crispy bacon. Mozzarella fries. Think like skinnier mozzarella sticks. So you won't feel bad when you eat 20 of them in a sleeve.
They'll still cost like $10 for like 3 of them.
Sure.
If they covered their fries in mozzarella, they might have had me.
Yeah, but
Their fries are ass though.
they are. Like, the last time I had Burger King, Beth and I, it cost us like $40 between the 2 of us.
I mean, that's any fast food joint
It's
anymore.
insane.
It's anywhere. That's why I know I'm going to spend a butt ton of money when we eat out, but I'd rather go to somewhere that makes better food than fast food. And they also have the Chicken Philly Royal Crispy Wrap.
That's a lot of words.
It is.
Yes, they didn't need to throw Royal in there.
No.
Hershey's is dropping some fun in fucking August. Icebreakers Sparkling Pineapple Mango Seltzer Breath Mints. Think of the blowjobs you probably won't be receiving with these. Also, fun fact, Hershey's makes Dots pretzels.
I did not know that.
No, now you do. And they're releasing a Parmesan garlic pretzel twist. That's going to be good.
I want to
Okay,
try
that
that.
sounds good.
Now,
That sounds
Mike,
good.
Mike, this next one I think is for you, bud. Hershey's chocolate, new bar. Extra creamy milk chocolate with crunchy waffle cone pieces.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would want to take that and just scoop
Scoop ice cream.
vanilla ice cream up
Yep.
and eat it.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah.
fucking ice cream nachos.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so good.
And the last piece of food news I have, not a lot of food news. It's upsetting Kyle. Oh, he's just coming back for it.
He was standing outside of frame.
He probably was.
No, wait.
You would be impressed, Kyle. I think there's only like six items.
There's some good ones.
Yeah.
I actually was like back and forth downstairs. I heard a couple keywords. I heard something Oreo and Walmart.
Star Wars Oreos.
Yeah, you don't need to say them all again.
Doritos Ice
Doritos
Pops.
Ice Pops.
As excited as I am to hear them, I'll just listen back to the show because I do that every week.
Dots Parmesan garlic pretzel twists.
No, like I said, you don't.
Hershey's chocolate with crunchy waffle cone pieces.
Okay.
And the last one here, orange creamsicle M&Ms.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing that was the last one that you were restating because I was going to say I got to go walk my dog.
It wasn't a restate. This was news to all of us now.
That was fresh.
It's fresh.
Yeah.
The last one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
Orange creamsicle M&Ms.
It's a good thing you said it a second time then because I just completely ignored it the first time.
I was aware and I wanted it to sink in.
Yeah. That's just one of those things that, like, it's unnecessary. Because the base is chocolate. So why would you change the base of the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's now white chocolate and orange chocolate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're probably going to taste like ass. M&M's not so good at the variety of flavors they do. Like if it's not, like Kyle was saying, just chocolate based or something added with chocolate, it's bad. Like we tried those Rice Krispie ones last spring. I didn't like them. They didn't taste like
they
a
were
fucking
meh.
Rice Krispie.
Well,
I'm not
brownie,
even-
on the other hand.
I'm not even on the team that they're necessarily bad. It's just, like, unnecessary. Like, you have a lane, and sure, like, bring other stuff into it, but, like, don't change the product altogether just to try and be, like, you can't have it all.
The pretzel ones are good.
Which ones are good?
I like the peanut M&Ms, but I also like the peanut butter M&Ms.
Peanut butter M&Ms.
And I like the distinction between the two, but it's also chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Once you completely change the inside to the point that it's no longer chocolate involved, like, what are you anymore? Are you really an M&M?
Right.
No.
Since you said that was the end of food news, before we jump into Nerd and Douche, I just have a question and then an observation. So the question is this episode being recorded as video?
No.
Or it's just audio?
Just audio.
Okay, so my observation, but it's not a great one because now that I know that this is purely audio,
You want me to? Do you want a video clip?
I don't think I've seen... No, it's fine. I just want to say, I don't think I've seen a more adorable sleeper in my life.
We could do a quick video clip if you want, Kyle. I'll queue up the stuff right now.
Sleepy.
Does look cozy.
No, I mean, I'm just...
Sleepy. dinner.
I don't know if I've ever been jealous of Megan up until this moment. Like, she wakes up in the middle of the night, rolls over, and gets to look at that face.
You know why she wakes up? Because I fart really loud.
You know, a thing you might not know about me, Vin, I am congested pretty much every night, so I probably wouldn't smell it.
No, my farts have no scent. They're all volume.
Oh, okay.
Self-heating
Got
bed.
it.
Before we get into douche and nerd, I have a sucks to be you this week.
Oh, that's a rare one.
Of course you do.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause this show needs to go till midnight.
it doesn't. It won't. It sucks to be one Vincent Anthony I tried to make my D&D character Batman Lindolfo. Someone left behind their character sheet.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did. And it is currently in my possession.
Did you not get it?
So,
Well,
Why does it suck to be him?
because he might come back to a different name.
Or he might just reprint a character sheet and fucking write it over again.
It's Vinny, he won't.
Or he might just have someone print him a new character sheet so that he can write it over again.
don't underestimate my will to get someone.
Oh, someone's a sweepy boy.
I will not be had.
Don't worry,
He can get got.
I'll take good care of it. Don't worry.
We take good care of it. He's gonna make sure he's taken care of over there.
Douches of the weeks.
I've got a fun douche.
Douche.
I'll go first then.
Okay.
Diddy, after watching that video of what he did to his then girlfriend in that fucking hallway, was horrendous. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't see the footage? None of you have seen the footage?
I saw
heard
enough
it,
of it,
but
yeah.
I didn't click on it.
Oh, I watched it. Joe, you said you watched it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
He's a yeah.
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 So are we talking like close fists too?
Oh,
Like,
dude,
full on?
it's bad.
Yeah.
She's apology.
Yeah, I saw his apology.
Was it the classic "I'm sorry I got caught" apology?
No, it was
It's the template. It's reprehensible. I'm going to therapy.
I was on substances then.
Yeah.
Yada yada yada.
I'm sorry.
Weren't they still looking for him? Isn't he like on the run or some shit?
I don't fucking know what's going on with that.
He was able to fly to a country that doesn't extradite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still has Twitter.
Yeah.
As Twitter, as Instagram, living it up.
I know this is reprehensible. Even in my new country of Kazakhstan, they would not be having this.
So
This
fuck.
goat's milk is fly.
So fuck that guy. Also,
Goat's milk and croissant.
fuck Chris Pratt and his hot shitty take on lasagna. Fuck you. Fucking tired of you, Chris Pratt.
He just man's got an opinion. You know what? I don't like lasagna either. Am I a bad person?
Yeah, but you got like food issues.
Maybe he got food issues.
You got
too.
food aversions. No, he doesn't.
Right.
He doesn't have
You
food.
guys haven't had real lasagna.
Look
Yeah.
at him before Guardians of the Galaxy. He definitely had food issues. Just not the same type I have.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck him though.
Do you have one?
A douche?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to go first or sure?
I'll go first. We might have the same one. Did anyone hear about the Dirt Dog Las Vegas bar?
Oh, no, not the same one.
No.
What?
Didn't hear about this.
It's a bar in Las Vegas that decided to have a Bluey Day. It's a hot dog bar, and they decided to have a Bluey themed day,
Oh.
which attracted a bunch of families. And they didn't plan for this. Well, they basically had their Wonka moment, because all it was a dude in Bluey pajamas with a hoodie up.
Yikes.
And it didn't sit well. Like, what the fuck were you thinking? You're a bar. Why would you have a Bluey themed day?
Fuck them.
And on the other side of it, why as a parent would you bring your kid to a fucking bar for a Bluey themed day?
I mean, yeah, as with most things in society, I blame the parents.
Sure.
All right?
Yeah.
A business can advertise whatever the fuck they want, but ultimately, in the age of the internet, you can research the details of an event. And if it's a bar and they're announcing Bluey Day, and there's no details of the event, I would just as a parent assume probably not what I originally thought it was.
Here's a great quote from a little girl. I was mad. We could see his beard. He looked unexpected.
Those were his pubes, honey.
I'm looking at their menu. I kind of want to go here.
Fuck you, Joe.
I enjoy a good hot dog.
Fuck those people. All right, Kyle, who's your douche?
So my douche of the week is one Justin David Patterson. Not necessarily for. I mean, he's pretty good dungeon master, game master, whatever you want to call him. And my beef is not necessarily with bringing out a monster that's 17, but I would say attempting to make the argument with a straight face that a 5-foot wide blast can manage to hit 7 people. I don't know how the math was mathing.
Right. Here's how.
But I think this is one. You know what? In the number of sessions that we've had, this might be the first moment where the power just went to his head. He said, "No, it's my monster. It hits all of you because I say."
So it's 5-foot wide courtyard, right? What was this monster?
A Draco-Lich.
Where was this courtyard in fucking Munchkin Land?
Yes.
Yeah,
courtyard for ants.
Well, I could have
at least 3 times bigger than this.
I could have established how small the city was if someone wasn't trying to intimidate every fucking character that they ran into the moment they went in the fucking town.
You could have established how small the city was because you already told us we'd only seen a quarter of the city.
Yeah. No. That was Waterdeep. You guys were out of Waterdeep.
Yeah, we were in a new place.
You were in a new place.
Yeah, that's right.
But I didn't have the chance to explain the fucking new place because right off the bat, someone tried to accost a fucking baker.
We knew at the very least the city was...
So don't blame me.
16 blocks wide?
Don't blame me. Blame him.
No.
I blame the person that says a courtyard is 5 feet wide.
Don't blame me.
And that says 7 people can stand in a row in a courtyard.
No, you were all like in...
So the people in front would have got hit, is what you're saying?
Well, you all would have been blasted. It doesn't matter if there's people in front or not. It was electricity. It was going through you.
No, my evasion roll, dude.
No, your evasion roll didn't happen. Also, you're a terrible person because you try to intimidate everyone.
I want to know how the electricity travels through a wood shield.
I'm assuming that your wooden shield has little inlays of metal, right? You have metal weapons, silver-tipped weapons.
No, actually, no. My silver-tipped weapons are not my shield or my bow staff, my quarterstaff.
But they're on you.
And it's actually held on with a leather strap and wooden toggles.
You still got blasted.
If you'd ever asked for that level of detail in my character, you know I had it prepared.
I'm sorry.
Several months ago.
People were trying to bond with everything and intimidate
I think it's a shame we didn't let Gianone try and mount the Lich.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a beautiful situation.
Me too. If we could actually use our powers like intimidation or bonding.
Fucking dragon slut.
You tried your intimidation powers and it backfired.
And I rolled 20s and you go, no. So we just don't
No. You intimidated that one cop and then the rest of the cops came.
You know what else I'm going to add to this list?
The main cop. They could tell him to stand down, but they
you're
the captain, but we're going to arrest him anyway.
He can't tell him to stand down because he was too intimidated. See, you rolled the 20.
No, I actually have another legitimate grip that Vinny just reminded me of. So, aside from the 5-foot wide blast that managed to hit 7 people in a 5-foot wide courtyard that doesn't exist anywhere on the planet.
Not on our planet. We were on a different planet.
I also have the gripe that apparently you need to roll higher the stronger you get as a character, which is probably the exact opposite of how that should work.
That's not. That's how it's equivalent to your level. Why would you, just because you're getting stronger, you get to sidestep the fact that you might not be able to do something?
No, the fact that you get stronger means you get bonuses that make it easier for you to do something. That's like the whole point of the game.
Listen, I'm just going
Yeah,
by...
like intimidate a baker without any recourse.
You did, and then you got stabbed by his wife.
No, I dodged that shit too. Punch that bitch in the cunt.
See, and you're saying you didn't get to use your abilities.
Joe, let me ask you a question real quick.
Uh-huh.
If I have, say I have my wisdom score, and I'm a spellcaster, so I've used wisdom as my spellcasting ability, right? So if my wisdom is an 18, which means I have a +4 modifier for wisdom, does that mean that you think I should have to roll an 18?
No.
Okay, just checking.
What do you think? What should he have to roll, Joe?
What if for what kind of like?
Yeah, what's he going up against?
Yeah, what are you doing? Like, what's the situation?
Just a wisdom check.
No, it should be. +4.
My argument is that Justin should be assigning a number based on the difficulty of the task, and I should have to roll that number plus
I did
my
assign
wisdom
a
modifier
number.
to beat that number.
I did assign a number, and
the number you assigned was 18.
You should, yeah, whatever number plus the
right,
plus
but
4, yeah.
but whatever number the DM says is the number, correct? That's what he has to roll. He's just mad that the DM decided that it's going to be equivalent to the level that he's at.
He played a game of because I said, and
Yes, because I can, because I'm the dungeon master.
The way we would have played, like that we would play it is whatever the DM rolls is the number.
I mean,
The
that's
DM would roll the number.
That's fair. I should probably do that.
Yeah, you should yeah. Roll.
I didn't even think of that.
I didn't even think of it either.
I just thought like an average difficulty would be like a 10 or 12.
No, I like the rolling. It's a good idea. It's way more fair. This way I don't have to hear Moose Knuckle over here fucking complain about everything I do.
you should have rolled for the width of the courtyard.
Maybe we should. But I'm going to die over here, so we need to finish the show.
Alright. Well, I have a nerd. Does anybody else... Who else has a douche? Anybody?
I have a nerd. Alex Palix 1 on Discord was able to access the cabin door at the base of Cool Mountain in N64. The door that has never opened for anybody ever.
Well,
Apparently you can. I would go into it, but I am dangerously low, and we need to finish the show. So look it up, but it can happen.
anybody have nerds?
I have a pack of them in my pantry.
All right, quick. I'm down to 5%.
Alright, my daughter, Emery Jean, she drew 3 pictures this week that got sent home. One is what was a map of Magic Kingdom. It shows... she noted it on the back, but it shows a couple of the rides, like Dumbo is one of the rides, and she drew the castle. She drew herself in the middle next to the castle. The second picture was a rainbow monster, which is actually Bergen from the movie Trolls.
Ooh.
She drew a rainbow Bergen with its house and a rainbow. And then the third picture is my favorite one. She drew what her teacher wrote was a Ghostbuster building. Then included the switch to trap the Ghostbusters, Slimer, the gun to trap the Ghostbusters, a Ghostbuster itself, the Marshmallow Man, and one of her friends told her about a ghost that is a chicken, so she drew a chicken ghost as well.
She really is a good artist.
Bravo.
I'm very proud of her.
All right.
Is that it?
Yep.
All right. As always, if you like what you hear, you can like us on Facebook.com/Nerdities. Follow us on Twitter @Nerdities. Email us at nerdities@gmail.com and check out nerdities.com.
Right there. Fuck you. Then go to tpublic.com, search Nerdities, buy our shirts. They look great. And then sinfulcreationsbyjustin.com. Order stuff from there. You won't. Whatever. Fuck you.
Check us out on youtube.com/nerdities. Hit that subscribe button. Also hit the bell to get notified when new content is coming, because a boatload of new content is coming, including Nerdities, our cooking show. You got our a bunch of videos.
Christmas special, Halloween special.
Yeah, Christmas specials, feature film specials.
Commercials.
commercial. Go give us money. We need money. Nerdities@gmail.com. Crew and Spoon business product.
Pins and Nerdy Screw here. I report that. We're doing extra farmers. Bye-bye.
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 Because of the end of civilization, the Clamp Cable Network now leaves the air. We hope you have enjoyed our programming, but more importantly, we hope you have enjoyed life.